Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the She Is Complete Summit. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. With me today is Tanya Patxot. Welcome, Tanya. She is a wonderful person. I met her online last year, and she has been nothing short of phenomenal, as you'll see in a few minutes. So, please, Tanya, introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, who I am. My name is Tanya Patxot. I am also known as the Truthpreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years, and I am a personal brand marketing mentor.
Okay.
So I help entrepreneurs create an online presence, and my ultimate passion, honestly, is helping individuals answer the call of God in their life and be able to monetize that online, so they can actually still be in ministry and be with their family and all that wonderful stuff that comes along with it.
Awesome. The Truthpreneur, what's it about? I think Truthpreneur, I haven't seen it anywhere else. It was you that I just Truthpreneur. There's something about this. I haven't. What gave you the inspiration for the name Truthpreneur?
Essentially, it's the meaning behind it. So, because I'm a believer, I know that my ultimate goal is to bring forth the truth. And so I have a company, the Truthpreneur LLC, that does just that. We have multiple branches, and so I cut all the cookie cutters, all the lying, all the manipulation, all that. I just tell it like it is, which is not always welcomed, but it's the way that I was created, so I have to act that way. So that's how it came about. I'm just always so truthful and just blunt. So everybody was like, man, you're like, that's you when I think of you. So it became
awesome. I love that. And so looking at your life, if your life were to be a movie, either a movie that has already been made, because some other people that I've spoken with, they are creating their own movies, like they have different names. So if your life was to be a movie, what would be the name and why would you choose that?
I would say it would be Simple Isn't Easy.
Simple isn't easy, yeah.
And the reason why, why? I would say that because I'm a very big word person. So I take a look at the meaning and the context of a word. And a lot of words are taken out of context.
Okay.
And one day I was a couple years ago, I'm like, everybody's always saying, oh, this is simple, this is easy. And they put it like together. And I realized that simple it means that you have the steps to do it, but simple is still hard, because just because you have the steps doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Easy portrays the fact of that it's going to be a breeze.
Yeah, it won't cost much effort.
Exactly, less effort, and that's the definition of it. And so a lot of times I would try to take that shortcut because I wanted to answer the call of God on my life as quickly as possible, or I thought I was wasting time, or those feelings that women can feel like, I got to be with my children, so I have to make it up and try to take the easiest way to live out my call, because I have to be a mother and a wife too. So that was a huge thing for me when I was like, you know what, simple isn't easy, simple is hard. And once I got that, I was willing to go through the process a bit more.
I love the way you put it. Simple isn't easy, and once you got that, you were willing to go through the process, because some people don't understand that there is a process. There's a process to becoming whoever you were called to be. It's not that because you have received the call, you have that vision, or you have the goal, it will just happen just like that.
Right.
There are steps to follow. There are things that you need to do to get into the place where God has called you to be. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So what does God mean to you as a person? Yeah. What is God to you?
What is God to me? God to me is a father figure, an intimate father figure that I can go to to be myself, to be unashamed, to lay everything at his feet, and he knows when to. It's like the perfect thing, because it's like he knows when to comfort and when to instruct, when to correct, and not to correct.
I get you.
You know, when to speak and when not to speak. And so it's my lifeline, essentially. It's that roadmap. He's everything in the sense of purpose.
Awesome. Now, and a number of people, when I tell them she's complete, I'm all about she's complete, the complete woman, and all that. Some people are kind of wary. Are you sure there is a complete woman? Do you think there is the total woman? We all know about Proverbs 31 and the whole virtuous woman thing.
Yeah.
A complete woman exists. Do you think a complete woman exists? And if yes, how would you describe the complete woman?
Absolutely. I believe she exists. All of us are complete.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because the word complete means having all necessary parts. That means that we have everything, and we were born with every single thing that we needed in order to fulfill. Now, the verb aspect of it all, though, there's an adjective. The verb part of that is to finish or to make perfect. That is always a process, because we're constantly having to go within and manifest what we were already born with.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reason why I say born with, and many people might be like, oh no, but guess what? Our atmosphere, our parents, our environments, everything, actually, all it does is start to expose, kind of like that iron sharpens iron, expose what's already within us. You know, expose, whether good or bad, what is already within us. And so, you know, I believe that we are complete in every sense of the word. But are we complete in the verb context? Not always necessarily, because we have to manifest that to the world. But, you know, everybody wants to judge, right? So externally, we might not look complete, but internally, we absolutely are.
Absolutely are. That is so profound, you know, because I love the way you define it as the noun and the verb form. So in a sense, we are complete because we don't have any parts lacking. Everything that we need to be who we are or what we should be is already put inside of. Like the example of a girl. Because a girl is born doesn't mean she's not a woman. She has everything required for her to become a full-grown woman, just that she has to go through the process. She has to grow into it and become complete. Awesome. I love that narrative. Now, do you think that, particularly in the African culture, that they're very big on marriage and having children, and so if as a single woman you face that challenge of wanting to cap your potential, because you get to hear things like, oh, don't go buy a car, because if you buy a car you chase away the man of your dreams, because they'll see you as too rich, they'll see you as too you know. And so they'll tell you, oh, don't. So some people feel I should be small, I should be little until I'm married, you know, before I can become the best of myself, before I can fulfill my dreams. Especially if you have a vision, if you have a goal, you say, okay, no, just to take it slow, keep it down until you're married, you know. And so, yeah, and so do you think a single lady can fulfill her God-given vision or her God-given dreams?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so my granny is Trini.
Okay.
She's from Trinidad, and yes, and you know, my abuela, she's we have that, you know, New Yorican kind of culture as well. And so I've been raised in the culture that you're speaking of.
Okay.
So when you have the African American culture and the Puerto Rican culture, the Hispanic culture put together, it's even more intense.
Wow.
So yes, I was born in that culture where it's, you know, even when you do get married, you're meant to just serve your husband, your family.
Exactly.
You have no, you shut your mouth. Yes. And that is one thing that drove me absolutely insane when they're like, wait till your kids get older. And I'm like, well, then what legacy am I leaving? And when I look at the biblical version of how God created, I look at that Eve was created out of a rib. She was a helpmate. She was not meant to be behind, forward, or anything. They were meant to walk. So if you're not the best you when you're single, you're not going to have the best man at his point in time that you guys can then go and fulfill. And marriage is a union, and it's meant for you to be able to procreate and to obviously breed, right? Bring children into the world and leave legacy. But there is a purpose behind marriage. A marriage is meant not just for sexual stimulation or for childbearing. It's not meant just for that. God brings you in unity and one accord with a man because there's a mission. There is a thing. He is your strength when you're weak, and you're his strength when he's weak. And you guys are able to fulfill a certain destiny. Exactly. And without being together evenly in one accord, one person falling behind, whether male or female, is difficult. Now, don't get me wrong, the male is the head, but a true man knows how to handle a Proverbs 31 woman. And a Proverbs 31 woman, she knew when to hold it and she knew when to fold it.
Yeah.
She made her man's name great in the land. She knew when to buy land. She knew when to make her children's clothes and sell it in the market.
She went from afar. She went to far places to get her goods. She wasn't just within and in the house and all that.
It's timing is what many people have a problem with. There is a time that I need to nurture and be with my newborn, and that I need to scale back maybe a little bit on what I'm doing in certain aspects. Okay. There might be times, and we have to yield to that, but absolutely not. I disagree, but I do not believe that women should be like this.
Yeah.
And they should overdo a man and say, I don't need a man. And that is a lie, and you know that you need a man, so stop it. There is nothing like a man.
Love that. Yeah, that's truth be told. Everyone who's watching this, I know, let's not do it to the extreme and say, yeah, we're completing ourselves, we don't need men. We know and we need and we understand the authority of God in the man. Yes, but we are of ourselves, we are completing ourselves, and we are free to maximize the potentials that God has given us on our inside. Okay, awesome. So what were if it's one or more misconceptions you had about life or about women when you were growing, when you were much younger? What misconceptions did you have?
Oh my gosh. To be a Susie homemaker, to just bake cookies, make everything about your children. I used to feel guilty when I used to think about being an entrepreneur, being in corporate America, or doing some of the things that I did. It would haunt me because I felt, should I go get my education? Should I not? A lot of it was because of the culture that I was raised in. But my mom was always one that worked hard. She always said I'd have strikes against me. I'm obviously ethnic. I'm not white American, so that was a strike against me. I'm a woman. That's a strike against me. And I know I'm not ugly. Might not be the best thing in the world, but
you are beautiful, man.
So these things were always a strike against me that I was learned. So that was always hard for me to deal with too, because I came into that place that I'm lesser because I am a woman and because I'm extremely intelligent. I've taken tests and everything, and I'm like 0.03 population,
wow.
As far as intelligence and going through and how I think. And so those things made me, and I'm introverted, so that made me struggle so much. And then as I got into entrepreneurship, it was follow your dreams when your children are done in education and you've helped them. And I'm like, there has to be a different way. So I was very taken aback by a lot of things, and then being molested and going through just a lot of the things I did in life that happened to me in life. it kind of restamped that name on myself, that I was lesser and that I needed to not, I could be seen, but not too seen.
Yeah, and definitely not heard. Definitely not heard. Oh Lord. Oh my, wow.
So those are a couple things.
Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, so now briefly share on the theme. The theme of the summit is becoming. So what are your thoughts becoming in the life of a woman? What was, what is right now, and what is to be? The woman, her past, her present, and her future. What can you say with regards to that?
A woman is the past, present, and future.
Hmm.
She has everything within her, and as soon as she has come into agreement with God, he has filled those places that might not have felt that they were complete. And so it is an absolute process. And if Christ couldn't get off of the process of the cross, then what makes us think that we can actually go through and not go through the process as well? And so the way that I look at it, when I think of that, I think of, more than anything, of the whole becoming aspect, which I think is a beautiful concept and word. I think more so of allowing. A woman allowing and giving herself permission and setting an intention to allow herself to become, because we are already in it. And that's exactly what I was talking about before. How could you become what you're not? So all you're doing is becoming, and you're manifesting what's already there.
Exactly.
And we have to allow ourselves to do that and yield ourselves to that and allow ourselves to make mistakes. Because we're not always going to hear God correctly. We're not always going to be in the right mindset and hear our sisters, and brothers and the people around us. Even our children can bring such clarity and revelation, but we don't hear it because we think they're young and they don't know. But if they're born with everything they needed,
yes, exactly.
Even the young children would see visions and dream and prophesy and all these things, right? So I just look at it more so whenever I hear that becoming, I think of, honestly, yielding and allowing, because so many women don't. And every woman is complete in their own unique way. Your story is different from mine. We could be the same people going towards the same mark and prize, but this is the thing, the way you go about it and who you attract are completely different, right?
Our journeys are different. Yes,
exactly, because people wouldn't think with my ethnicity, right? They would think I'm something so they might not relate to me because my skin tone is different, or where I was born was different, or my mother, is different, or my mother and father, whatever it might be. They want somebody that was abandoned or in foster care because they want to have more relatability.
Yes.
So who you touch is different. So we can't think those ways.
True. Wow. That's really, really awesome. Now, would you say the past is irrelevant in the life of every woman? The good past, some people have really had some ugly past. Maybe their father left at a tender age, or somebody died. Or would you say the past is irrelevant to the future?
No, I don't think it's irrelevant at all. I believe a lot. You have to have a preparation for your destiny. And I believe that everything that we have been through could minister to somebody in some aspect. It might not be, like right now, I don't teach women about how to overcome molestation and the things in their life, or marital abuse like I have been in the past, or any of that type of stuff. I don't do that.
Okay.
But what I do is I have it as a tool. It's in my arsenal. So I believe every past experience is a tool in your arsenal. It's a weapon for warfare. It's a weapon for you to use in ministry for anything. So, I look at it as, again, it's a tool for warfare. Whatever you think that warfare looks like. And somebody you're going to help break through with that. And so I believe, though, that your past is something that should not hinder you, and it should not be something that you look back to.
Okay.
To actually be a part of that and get the feelings. I believe you should heal from it, but then you should use those past experiences to then catapult other people forward and become relational. Because that's what's really women are looking for, right? Because they get to know you, but then they're like, well, what have you really been through? That's really the key. So when I tell women what I've been through, now they want to do business with me, or they want me to mentor them, or they want me to do whatever, because they know that I come from a place of that.
Yes, they can relate with you. You're not a knight in shiny armor. You know, you have been through some stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how could you help somebody go through what you haven't conquered? You can go through the word and you can go do those things, but still it can sometimes for people be a mind block because they don't feel that you understand
them. Yes. Awesome. Great. So just for the fun of it, what's your take on age difference in a marriage? Would you be with a man who is much younger than you are, or say 2-3 years, or someone who's much older, say 10, 12, 15 years older than you?
Ooh. Let me see. My husband actually is, let's see, he is about four years older than me.
Okay.
I honestly think it's a great thing. I'm not talking about Stella got her groove back and everything, you know what I mean? But, I really believe that women, it's always, it's said that women are they mature faster than men.
Yes.
And so a lot of times when you have somebody that is your age or is a lot younger, you tend to get really discouraged because you're not mentally there.
Okay.
And so I do not see an age type of thing. I mean, I look at it as a great thing. If you're purpose together, then go for it. I mean, everybody, people can complain about age. They can complain about race and culture. They can complain about not being, not liking this or that, or being too short or fat or skinny. I don't, whatever. Like I've seen, they're like, oh, this gorgeous guy is with this fat girl. And I'm like, well, that's just rude.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they've gone through. You don't know if they have a disease, an ailment that they can't lose weight. And maybe they were high school sweethearts and maybe you don't know. And I just say, forget about all that craziness. Hey, if you like him and he's hot, and go for it. I mean,
woohoo! Yeah.
Exactly.
I
mean, obviously, don't go just by the physical, but that is the first, normally, Yeah. Who cares?
Also, if you can handle it, if you can handle the age difference, I mean, it doesn't matter what any other person thinks. Yeah.
I think that's a mental thing mostly for people, don't you think?
Yeah. Yes, I do. A lot of people think, what will people say? And then they feel like another speaker said, if you as a woman, if you can submit to him, because marriage is about working together and submission for the woman, love for the man. If the man is mature enough to take the responsibility of the home, and the woman is okay with that, understands his leadership, and you can work together, you have a purpose, you're following, you're pursuing together, I mean, go for it. Age is not, it shouldn't be a factor, it shouldn't be a determining factor. Yeah,
but we both submit to each other.
Yes, in Philippians, Ephesians first said submit to one another. Before he now went on to say, love husbands, love your wife, and then wife submit. But a lot of people just cut it off at husbands love and then wife submit. But there is mutual support one to another.
Yeah. And this is the thing, you're not submitting to the age. You're submitting to the God within him and the maturity and the understanding and the call on his life. That's what you're submitting to. You're trusting. If you can't trust that this man can lead you, I don't care if he is 18 to 60, then you shouldn't be with him.
True.
And every woman is at a different place, right?
Yeah.
Every woman is at a different place in maturity levels and different places. So a woman might need a younger man because she's not as mature. So the man is at a maturity level. So yeah.
Yeah. Love that, love that, love that. Great. Now, what are your last words on the topic, and to the young girl who's watching right now? They go on social media really early. You have people, you guys,
Yeah.
girls, 12, 14, 15, they're all on the over Facebook doing stuff. What's your last words to anyone who might be watching this? What would you like to say to them?
I would say to them, you're going to spend a lot of your life trying to figure out who she is. And who she is what a woman is as a whole. And I'm going to propose the question to you. I want you to think about who you are, not who she is, not what is perceived as feminine or what is perceived as what a woman is, but what you are. Because what you are is a woman. And everyone is so absolutely different in physical appearance, the mental, the spiritual, and all those aspects. They see God differently, but every aspect, because God is all things.
True.
You can see him as father, you can see him as mentor, you can see him as all things, and it's all beautiful. And I want you to know that your passions are simply a pathway to your destiny. They're not necessarily your destiny. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't try to squelch and listen to people that say, follow one road. Screw it all. Follow every road that you think. Test it. See it. If you are 14 and you want to go into gymnastics, try it out. Go for it. You want to get on the dance team? Go for it. You want to get an engineer? Go to an engineering class. You want to be an entrepreneur? Go find somebody to mentor you. You can do, this is the time that you get out there and that you start really finding out what you love to do. And if you don't start following those passions and really identifying what really makes you whole and complete, then you're going to find this 10, 20, 30 years from now, and you're going to still be in the same place. So look, a lot of our culture back in the days, because of how we were and how we had to survive and the lack of technology and those things, were very close-minded. They really narrowed things down. And as long as you can honor yourself and honor the individuals and mentors in your life and honor God and follow that path, I say go and be everything that you think that you can be, because God, my mentor said to me, God did not place these things inside of you to tease you, but to show you what was possible.
Wow. Awesome.
So if he didn't put them inside of you and they're inside of you, I don't care if it's one thought, like what if I wrote a book? Write it. I don't care. At 14, write it. Because you know what? It's not inside of you to tease you. So there is always, obviously, guidance that you need and things like that you're definitely going to need. But think outside the box and don't let the world system put you in the box, because God didn't put you in a box, and you shouldn't allow anybody to do that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. This has been a wonderful time. I'm sure everyone who's watching or listening will take away these great nuggets that you have shared with us today. Thank you so much, Tanya, for being here. How can we reach you if anyone is interested in getting in touch with you, a woman who's starting a business, or someone who just wants to say thank you for touching my life? How can they get in touch with you?
Sure. You can find me at The Truthpreneur on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, anything like that. So it's The Truthpreneur. And you can always inbox me or talk to me there. And business-wise, you can get some of my free teachings at bit.ly. So it's bit.ly/9-pillar strategy.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. The link will be posted right under the video. So anyone, for business-wise, if you want 9 pillars of strategy, 9 pillars of strategy.
9
pillars strategy. 9 pillars strategy. Whatever. It's going to be posted right under the video for those who want to get in touch with you on business-wise. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being part of this. We love you. And stay blessed. Bye.